What's going on? What's going on? It's goodness. It is the most light skin back at it again with another one of these videos. And goodness, first off, just to show y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know, we are out here. All right, we are absolutely out here. Just so that way y'all happen to see and recognize what it is. But just to make things even more clear, I mean, you know, really with Drizzle, and I mean in 2024, you know, as Cat Williams was saying, I mean, you know, liars, all people who are being evil, conniving, and so on, and I mean, you know, all that's going to come out to the light eventually. I mean, period. It is. But how is it that with all of this that's coming out into the light, are we expected to just ignore all of what it is being said, as if it doesn't happen to matter, as if we're all stupid? But goodness, you know, there's always something that's being said as far as I believe all women and just anyway, I'm just gonna let it go on.
He spent 16 years in prison after being wrongly convicted of rape. His accuser, a best-selling author, is now apologizing, saying she's truly sorry. But how do you undo such a life-altering mistake? Here's Les Trent.
Tears of joy as a man wrongly accused of rape is exonerated after spending
If I told you
Shout out to Dennis
this
Burley.
was only gonna hurt, if I warned you that the fire's gonna burn, would you walk in? Would you let me do it first? Do it all in the name of love. Would you let me lead you even when you're blind in the
Ivory approaches
And you
the
guys
manager
absolutely
and gets
remember
her
this one,
face.
right?
After that, a loss prevention manager approaches.
So what happened? She
Okay,
made
scene
us
secure at
not
2046.
nice. Okay, came up. I tried to verbally de-escalate. She told me that she wanted to rip it out, and I told her we.
Then obviously there's this one. I mean, there's not really much else that needs to be said as far as that happens to go out. You look at it and it's quite crazy. The woman happened to have said that she was high on weed, and it's like, you know, what exactly is it that you're talking about, ma'am? You know, I like really you smoked weed and just yeah, absolutely unalived your boyfriend, you know, 108 times. That sounds more like malicious intent, and you were just looking for an excuse. But and then this is another woman that I brought up in another video. And simply put, I mean, that was a woman claiming that you know that was what she was gonna do if she saw a woman slap the shit out of her, or her son's girlfriend slap the shit out of him for liking other girls' bikini pics on IG. And this is probably not even excluding the fact that the girl would be putting up her own bikini pics and getting likes and doing all kinds of extra this, that, and the third. But then absolutely not worrying about a care in the world as to whether somebody abuses her son in front of her. I'm gonna say it again, ladies. If you don't care if another grown person, man or woman, abuses your child, you don't need to have a child. Let's just go ahead and say that. But anyway, moving on here. Oh man, I mean, and then we got this one here.
Girls are crazy about.
I don't understand the aggression that you guys happen to have. Shout out to
Sorry. Regardless of what had just happened here, if you had hit him right in my presence, regardless if he was quiet, be quiet and listen to me. No matter what he said, you would be going to jail. Do you understand? You must not shout for work.
Ladies, we have a mass amount of you that are running around claiming to be victims and so on, all while doing villainous things, not only to the men that you claim to be victims of, but as well to the children that you have had with them. Here we go. Women just out loud. I mean, how could you consider the first woman not to have done that in malicious intent? She had never actually been touched, you know, and falsely accused a man who had spent 16 years in jail, wrote a book, got famous off of it, and had no more to say than "I'm sorry." That woman absolutely should have lost everything and gone to jail herself. All of her wealth should have been turned over to this man. His life will never be the same. Oh goodness.
Excuses is coming because there's a money attached to it. Take the money away from this fatherhood. You take the money away from it and say, let's be parents. there wouldn't be no argument because I was a great parent when we was together. Now excuses.
And in fact of the matter is, and I mean, in a lot of cases, a lot of women, you guys happen to get, a lot of mothers, single mothers, you guys will get child support out of malicious intent. And then you don't spend it on the child. You don't put it where it is that it needs to go. And it's nothing more than just to your own gain. And it's not even to your own financial gain because you usually squander it and mess everybody's life up in the end. I mean, here you go. Or in fact, you know what? Let's not even go there. Let's go with this one first. Some more womanly aggression. And you see, this is like her kid that walked up and handed her. That's a machete that she got handed. A whole machete. I don't know what it is. This woman after the things she's doing. She's being accused of threatening some man that's up there. She's fat. She's not even fit. Now here, check this out. She wants to talk shit to the guy on the camera. Swung it. Apparently she broke her fucking hand. Fucking cow. I don't. And you see all the kids came out trying to. What did you do to my mom? Like, there's absolutely no way. She's lucky she didn't get mollywopped. She threatened him with a deadly weapon that the little younger fat brat had brought out to her to use. Absolutely not. Like, this is what it is that I had referred to when it is that I meant that frontier justice needs to definitely make some form of a comeback in this regard. Like, she absolutely ran around threatening everybody's life and then just thought that it was supposed to be okay. Let me see. How about this one here? Let's do this.
Face. And that's why I'm looking at the camera. Baby, one thing about me is everybody know I'm Suki with a good coochie, so I always make a
Everybody knows Sukiana.
That's amazing. I didn't know that about you.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said. No, I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby, I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician.
Anyway, obviously a musician is somebody who happens to make music. Sukiana, you're fucking dumb. I happen to know far too many women and far too many even more black women that happen to just like to behave like this. I got somebody who works under me. Goodness, she goes by the name. She goes by D. It's hilarious. Enjoys nothing more than being oppositional and just saying stupid shit. Blocks the work phone, and then wonders why nobody can get a hold of her to pick her up. It's silly, the lack of accountability that you ladies happen to have, and then the amount of aggression that you will have, and then pretend as if everybody else happens to be your villain, or everybody happens to be doing something to you. Goodness, let's see. In fact, and to end this out, like I want you to understand, ladies, this is why men ghost you sometimes. And I'm just gonna play it. Shout out to the Whatever Podcast again.
Cousin, what about you?
I'm single. I've been single for 3 days.
3 days, okay.
Yeah. Well, I just turned 21 about 2 weeks ago on November 18th, and he proposed to me on my birthday, which was, it was cool. Everything was great. And then on Sunday was our anniversary, and Brigitte, she came over to my house to just, hang out with me, spend some time with me, and he had messaged her and was like, hey, I want to set up the apartment to make it look nice for our anniversary. Can you take Shelby out of the house for about 2 hours? So she did. We went shopping. We got some boba, just had some fun. And then I came back and all of his stuff was gone. And he left a note that was saying basically the relationship wasn't working for him anymore. And he was afraid of my retaliation, which is kind of confusing because we've never argued in the entire year. So yeah, it's just been a few days.
So I don't know if you can actually see this. She's got all kinds of piercings in her face. I think she's got the middle part in between her lip. She's got her septum in between her nose, and then as well one on each nostril. She's got them in her lip. She's got all kinds of extra shit. She says that they don't argue, and honestly, I think that the dude didn't want to piss her off. She probably has done a lot of vindictive shit. And goodness, I can only imagine. I've ran into all kinds of women of all kinds of backgrounds and shapes, shades, colors, whatever it is that you want to refer to as. But you guys all run the same playbook, and I mean, and or at least a variation of it. It's all pretty similar. But I mean, the reason why this man happened to have felt like there was going to be some form of retaliation left in his life, or that she was going to do some form of retaliation, was because she was going to. Even though that they may not have argued, she probably did a whole lot of passive aggressive things throughout throughout their time together. Goodness, which really just made him unsure of how it is that she was going to be able to handle the situation. Maybe he had to give her some constructive criticism at a certain point in time, and she did not handle it all too well. I've got mountains and mountains of stories. Like I got a buddy who basically, his girl had probably for the better half of a year tried to poison him. I'm not happy about this. Like, I mean, I have been exposed to so much. It is insanity, and I don't even know if I have enough time in my free time, let alone my life, to be able to expose it all and what it is that I happen to have seen. But I absolutely am going to do my damnedest and my best to do every bit that I can. But thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Thank you for checking me out. I appreciate you for being here, for seeing me. Man, goodness, go ahead and grab yourself a Drizzle Drizzle shirt. It ain't mine, man. Go look you up on Amazon, something. Grab you something, man. Let them know that you are part of the movement. You know what it is that's going on. Goodness, now you know we ain't about that soft life shit. But I mean, as I said before, it's all in satire. Like, we are men and we aren't allowed to have a soft life. Period. The fact that women have even said that they need to have a soft life is a joke, because that is all that they have lived, and it's hilarious, really, realistically. But anyway, like I said, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Hopefully y'all check me out in the next one. Grab yourself a Drizzle Drizzle shirt. Go out there and represent. Be a man. Eat right. Drink water. Lift weights. Eat protein. Work. Y'all have a good day. I'll check you out in the next one. Peace.